play. Let's chuck it deep. Let's see if we can get this defense on their heels early. Well, we just saw worst-case scenario when doing just that. Not only can you not connect, the ball falls into the waiting arms of this defense, and that one shot is all you got on your opening possession.
He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard.
On third down, Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Kansas City Chiefs.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And he will get into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Noah Gray. Touchdown, KC. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Harrison Butker kicking off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Oh, that is a dunk on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Oh my God! Ready!
On 4th down, here's Nix. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's hot. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
First down throw, Mahomes. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, 43, 15.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Pacheco trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now it's Butcher following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Knicks now on first and 10. Throws here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Second down. Knicks. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That's good for 27 and a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
So, from the 37, here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Knicks. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Here's a third down and 4.
Hold on, son. Ready. Ready. Return.
From the shotgun, here's Knicks. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Denver first down.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Knicks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll throw. It's Knicks. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on first and goal.
Hold on, son. 11, 11, 11. Ready.
Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL...
It is brought in the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like he was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a toss to Pacheco.
At the 30-yard line.
Threw out to the sideline at the 45. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Pick up there of 19 yards. First down, KC. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And a pick up 3 or maybe 4. Riley Moss, the corner, is there to end it. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick-6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yellow.
Mahomes back. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, it's Kelsey. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Right back to the air from Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now to throw again. Got his man at the 6. And he's in! Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. This one complete to Sutton. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Bombers. Almost set. Ready. 180. Hit hard.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Almost set. Ready.
A 1st down throw for Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
2 more yards.
And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Throwing is Nix. He's got his big tight end. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. And Ripple is. Hey, 50.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Remigio now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Got a man. That's Rasheed Rice. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. They're going to work this down inside the 45. To break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Short throw, taken in by Kelsey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Yards to go.
Hey, 43.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Now on first and 10. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. They get 22 yards there. First down, Broncos.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Captain.
Brings up second and 10.
Away. Oh, ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And third down coming up.
Away. Hold on a second. Ready.
To throw is Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First down.
Hold on a second.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. Give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Mahomes now on second down. That's a quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They get 15 on that game. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco. He gets the 4th quarter going, and he will get into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Short kick taken at the 17. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So a big play to get this drive off to a fast start. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Ready.
Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
Here's Nix to throw. Taken in by Franklin. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
15-yard line.
Captain.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll take this one in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Broncos. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
And this is no good. He missed the extra point, and they remain down by 1 in the 4th quarter. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, 43. Yellow. Isaac.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
This crowd into it now. as we get to third down.
Yellow. 15.
Mahomes back. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Now Mahomes. That's taken in, and he is going to have a Chiefs first down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. From the gun, here's Pacheco. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Searching forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. They need 8 as they come up for third down. They'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. 2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Mahomes. And he will get into the end zone. So how do you like that? 2 points and now a 2-score advantage as the lead is 9.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull up any sort of comeback.
Next to score,
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end,